Okay, we're live.
All
Yay.
right, it's time.
Yay. Okay, I'm gonna hit the button.
All right,
Woohoo!
woohoo! We're
There we are.
live. We are live. Let me see. We've got. Okay, how you doing tonight, Jen?
I'm okay. I almost
Are
slept
you?
through and I did sleep through the alarm. Andy woke me up with 10
Yeah.
minutes to spare.
I have to admit, I took a little nap myself too. So, yeah.
So,
Tonight we're going to be sharing our favorite recipes. Do we have anybody on yet?
we have one person here.
We have one person. Well, hello.
Yeah.
Hello, one person.
I'm sure they'll pop in here in a sec. So
yeah, tonight we're going to Jen, what are you going to be cooking tonight?
I am doing barbecue chicken in the InstantPot.
Barbecue chicken in the InstantPot, and
Yep.
I'm going to be doing a pea salad with tarragon that I went and picked out in the garden. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to do this. I've got my hair tied back because I don't like to cook with my hair hanging down, because that's like one thing I don't like to have is a hair in my food.
Yeah, see, I'm barefaced and you get me all natural tonight. So
all right, your natural beauty.
Yep. Yep.
So what did you do today?
I just hold on. Okay, I just ran some errands,
Mm-hmm.
and then I fell asleep. So I didn't do a whole lot, really. I haven't felt like I didn't feel good today. So
yeah,
I didn't do a whole lot.
I got really wore out from, I think, being stressed out. The wind was blowing so hard. It tore up my sugar shack. My sugar shack's all tore up. It was lifting we've got like, you know how before you put the shingles on, how you have the material underneath the shingles?
Yeah.
It was lifting that up. Trees were blown. We've actually lost some more trees. Some more trees fell down, and I've got some damaged trees that are heading over towards the neighbor's house.
That's
and I was
scary.
yeah. I mean, they're fine. They're going to go down, but they're already this was just an unbelievable windstorm. It shut down the Mackinac Bridge and all that, so it was pretty intense. I don't know what the wind actually got up to, but and then
you guys have been under a tornado warning too. On top of that.
We had one the other night. That was the first time in all the years that I've ever been up here that I've ever seen a tornado warning.
Well, you had the tornado that ruined all your trees too.
There was no warning. There was just that we were supposed to get a storm. There was no tornado warning whatsoever during that. And I cruised into town and I thought, wow, this reminds me of Illinois weather. Little did I know, right behind me, a tornado was hitting my house, or not my house, hit the trees in the garage. But little did I know, there was no tornado warning. So this used to be considered like a semi-permafrost.
Yeah.
And, we never, there's a couple of changes that I've noticed up here. We never had ticks because the weather was too cool for ticks. Like tonight, it's in the 40s right now outside. And it was too cool for ticks. And then another thing is we've been getting over 90-degree weather in the past couple of years. That was like unheard of up here. So yeah, we've been getting we've got ticks now. We've got changes in the weather going on. And so maybe
we get ticks here. We don't get fleas. Hi, Emily. Hi, Lorna. It's good to see you guys.
Hi, Emily. Hi, Lorna. We're so excited. We're going to be cooking our favorite dishes tonight. That's what we're doing. We're having a midnight snack.
I know. Well, it's midnight for you. It's dinner time for us. So
yeah.
This will be our dinner.
Well,
I'm sure Andy's gonna be thrilled.
my
Huh?
husband gets home at 4 o'clock in the morning. So when he gets home, he's usually hungry. So I'm gonna have my recipe ready for him. He'll be happy about that.
Andy usually gets home at 11.
Mm-hmm.
So that's usually we have something. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's my mom's always like, "How do you do it?" I'm like, "We live our lives just like normal people. We just bump it up a few hours."
Yeah. That's like,
You know.
I'm usually up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Mhm.
I was a musician, so that was sort of a normal time for me. I'd just be getting off of work. So I'm up until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and I sleep till 10 the next day. I get up at the crack of 10.
Gosh, Lorna. Yeah, it's still 59 degrees here. So,
Yeah, it's 40. It's in the 40s. I remember one year I was out by around the fire ring during 4th of July watching my breath.
oh my gosh. Yeah, it was nice and cool today.
Yeah,
You can just put those
86
in the pot.
degrees. Oh, I
It's
don't
okay.
miss that weather. Yeah. So we're going to be talking a little bit about food tonight and different chow. Jen, what is your favorite go-to recipe? What do you like if you have something quick that you want to make?
That
What
would
is
be
your
what I'm making tonight. And
really?
that's the barbecue chicken in the Instapot. This is such an easy recipe that I came up with, and I don't know, like pulled it out of my, you know, and I wrote it. Andy's like, "This is now. I love my barbecue." He goes, "I love barbecue chicken in the Instapot. It's like my favorite." So, um, so this is what we have all the time. He loves it, and
Mm-hmm.
we'll do it over rice. We'll do it, just on a bun. We do it. You can do it however. It's great.
Yum.
This or I have a Mexican chicken, a green chicken recipe that I make too. And it's literally
Oh,
just dump a bunch of stuff in 25 minutes and you're done.
that's
And
cool.
I mean you start with frozen chicken, so it's so easy.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I like that. Something that's versatile, that you can make tacos out of, or that you can throw it over rice, or
Mhm.
put it in some kind of a roll. That's great.
Yep.
I'm going to make a tarragon pea salad.
Think of it. That sounds good. I
Yeah,
love a good pea salad.
I
Andy
do too.
doesn't like peas, so
Well,
but
I
I
haven't
think
had
they're good.
this. You know how you get hungry for something, how you get a craving for something? I've just had a craving for it, so I thought that
Thank you.
um hi Sarah. I thought that
I don't need measuring utensils. I just
I
don't.
thought a pea salad sounded good. So, what is your recipe that you're most likely to take to a potluck, Jen?
Um. Oh, I was gonna make pasta salad and I forgot. Um. Probably a pasta salad,
Mm-hmm.
just because they're easy and generally everybody likes them.
Oh
And
yeah.
I don't make a mayonnaise and like a I don't know. I call them like the grandma pasta salad. I do like a ranch pasta salad or an Italian pasta salad,
Yeah.
something like that. So,
You know what I say about ranch dressing? It's the new
what?
ketchup.
It is the new ketchup.
It
Oh my
is the
gosh.
new ketchup.
I went to Job Corps, right? And you would not believe how much ranch
Ooh.
dressing goes on everything because in Job Corps, it's like the military, right? So everything is very just very blah. So ranch dressing goes on everything,
Mm-hmm.
literally everything, and it is the ketchup of Job Corps.
I
So
remember what I remember when I was a kid, we'd have bologna sandwiches. All you had to go on a sandwich was mustard and ketchup. And so I would like draw happy faces on my bologna sandwich. I remember doing that. Lorna said her go-to is wonton soup, egg roll bowls. Oh, I love those egg roll bowls. Tater tot casserole, and cheese and sausage scrambled eggs.
Tater tot casserole makes me think of my grandmother. That sounds so good.
Oh gosh, tater tot casserole, bring it on.
I know, it sounds so good.
Bring it on. So I'll go ahead, if you want me to, I'll go ahead and do my recipe, and then you can get your stuff, whatever you need, and then I'll do my recipe. And
Andy brought it all, so we can do it vice versa, however you want. So,
all right, do you want to go first?
I can, yeah, if you want.
Okay, you go first.
Okay, so let me grab my book. Oof. Okay, so this is my little. I write all my recipes in here. So this is a barbecue chicken, and I do it in my InstantPot. And I start with 4 to 5 medium chicken breasts, and they're frozen. And that's what I start out with. And then I do 1.5 to 2 cups of bone broth, chicken bone broth. Ugh. Say that 10 times fast. Anyway, okay, and then the main part of my sauce is this right here. This is the best barbecue sauce there is. It's so good.
What is it?
This is better than Sweet Baby Ray's or anything ever. This is the Tabasco brand.
Ooh.
And this is the honey barbecue sauce. And for cooking or anything like that, this comes out so good. So good. It doesn't get bitter or weird or anything like that.
Yeah.
I should have had you open it, babe. I got it. I used my fingernails. So you just dump the whole thing in the pot. My pot's right here. I think I just blew the top off. Can you check? I can't see. Yeah, there's no top on it now. I think I just blew it off in there. Yeah, there's a top on him.
Oh, that sounds good, Lorna. Lorna gave her recipe for her tater tot casserole.
Yeah, I don't need it. Because I put that chicken broth in there and just.
Did you blow the top off?
I did. I blew the top off. I do that. So then I just take, all I have is chicken broth this time, which you can use because they didn't have bone broth at the store.
Uh-huh.
Because I cheat. And I use the lower sodium kind because I like to control how much salt goes into my recipes.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can get the tab off, I always dump it into here and shake all the extra sauce out.
That's a good tip.
Yep, and I dumped it on my phone.
Oh, no.
Not a lot. More important thing is I dumped it on the Dexcom. Did you use all the paper towels? So, and I give it a good shake.
Mm-hmm.
Check. Burger cream mushroom soup, tater tot. I'll have to go back and reread her tater tot recipe, her tater tot casserole recipe. My grandmother used to make that all the time. But yeah, I give it a good shake. And dump that. And that's usually about 1.5 cups worth, and it cleans out the bottle really well.
Uh-huh.
And gets all that extra sauce. Let me clean up my mess that I made. Yep, because I got it on
Now,
my phone. My phone's trying to do all kinds of crazy things now.
yeah, I definitely, when I'm in the kitchen, I definitely have to keep my phone far away because I am a messy cook.
Oh, usually I put it in my blender. I just set it in my thing,
Your
and that's
phone?
usually where, yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
do need a spoon for the um garlic, babe. And then here's my trick. This is my secret sauce. I use hoisin sauce. It
Ah.
gives it a smokiness, and I also use just a couple squirts of liquid smoke.
Mm-hmm.
But I will use about 2 tablespoons of 2 tablespoons to a quarter of a cup, depending, um, of the hoisin sauce,
Mm-hmm.
because this is my favorite thing to add. This is like the secret sauce.
Don't blow that top off.
Oh no, I won't. This one's screwed on. Sounds nasty though. Can you hear it?
Where's
It's
my
at the end
husband?
of the bottle. Yeah, but this, even like Andy doesn't like hoisin sauce normally,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't normally either. It can tend to get a little bitter in Chinese foods and stuff. But this gives it just a really good a good smoky flavor. It's kind of like that Korean barbecue flavor. And then just a couple little squirts of liquid smoke. This just adds that extra smoky flavor. That's optional.
Yummy.
This,
Hey, we.
however, is not. I add raw honey, and this is a quarter of a cup of raw honey to the mix as I squeeze it into the thing.
Now, do you measure or do you just? That's enough,
No,
my
I
child. That's
eyeball
enough
it.
from the.
I've made it enough times that I know how much needs to go in.
I don't
So,
measure. Do you guys measure when you cook? Bootsy's here, or Julie's here. There's tea.
and I saw Arnie came in as well.
Julie wants to know what you're making.
I am making barbecue chicken in the InstantPot. After we are done, I will put the recipe in the description box for those who are coming in and replay watching. Hello, Christine.
Hi,
I am
Christine.
making barbecue chicken in the InstantPot. You can also do this in the oven. You could do it in the slow cooker. You would just cook it in the slow cooker. I would do this 4 hours on high, 6 hours on low. In the oven, probably like 350 for 2-ish hours, depending on your chicken.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I do I love this stuff. I don't have chopped garlic, and I
Oh
just do like
yeah.
two huge two huge spoonfuls of garlic.
I used
So,
to own a Cajun restaurant called the Louisiana Shrimp Shop.
oh god, that
It was
sounds
in
so good.
Pekin, Illinois. And I did so much garlic. You know how you take the garlic and you smash it to I did so much garlic. I had a permanent rash right here from doing so much garlic. And it took a long time for that to go away. But
Oh,
yeah,
I bet. So
yeah,
that's it.
that's it. So
Literally, that's it. And then I put it on my, like I said, this is in the Instapot. So I do, because it's frozen, I'll do it for 25 minutes on high pressure. Um, and that's it.
So can
And
you
then I do a natural release.
Okay. So that's like a pressure cooker, that InstantPot, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
But way more controlled, way easier because my mom does pressure canning and she's like, it's not a big deal. It's really not. Uh, I won't. No, no, not coming in my house. I'm not blowing up my house. No.
So
Scares me to death.
can you recap your ingredients for us?
Okay, so I will. Here is my recipe for barbecue chicken. It is 4 to 5 medium chicken breasts, 1.5 to 2 cups of low sodium chicken bone broth. I used regular chicken broth because that's what the store had. And then it is 1/4 cup of hoisin sauce, and then 1 bottle of the Tabasco brand honey barbecue sauce. This is the best. If you like it a little spicier, they have a jalapeno. And then 1/4 cup of honey, and then just a couple squirts. So like 1/4 teaspoon to 1/2 teaspoon of liquid smoke, and then 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. I'm guessing that's how much that is worth, but I just chuck a couple tablespoons of chopped garlic in there. And then you throw all those ingredients into the Instapot, 25 minutes, high pressure, and a natural release.
Okay.
So there you go.
Wow, that sounds good.
And you can do the same recipe with a pork loin. You could do it with chuck roast, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So would be good.
Oh, that sounds good. All
Yeah,
right.
a chuck roast, you would want to chop it into small pieces.
That sounds tasty, man. If you weren't so far away, I'd be over for dinner.
You'd be welcome.
All right. So what I'm going to do, I've got my handy kitchen area right here. What I'm going to do, this is my bowl. I went ahead and got it ready. A nice big wide bowl. I like a wide bowl so I can stir. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these frozen peas. I always forget where that camera is. I've got some frozen peas. So I'm going to add those into the bowl to get started. There we go. There, so I'm going to add these frozen peas. Here's a little trick. I don't know if you guys have ever tried this trick, but you know how when you get a bag, you have a bag, and what you do is you just slice the very top off, like a thin strip off the top. That way you can use that little tie to reseal bags like tater tots when you're making
Oh my gosh,
tater
that's
tots.
a genius idea.
So you just turn it into a little tie for the top of your bag, and that way you can keep your frozen vegetables, or whatever you've got. So
That's a
fresh.
genius idea.
So I'm going to add these frozen peas to my bowl. You see those right there. And then to that, I'm going to add, I've got about a cup of chopped pieces of Colby cheese. So I cut them in about half-inch size chunks, because I want when I take a bite of the salad, I like to taste some cheese. If I just shredded it, it would get lost. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I also finely chopped about a cup of regular onion, just regular onion that you cook with. So I'm going to add that 1 cup of onions. And then
Do you add lemon to your onion?
No. I also, do you have a favorite, real quick, do you have a favorite kitchen appliance?
Yeah, my Instapot.
I used mine today. I don't know if remember these are old school. Do you guys remember these? They are the
Salad shooter.
the salad shooter.
My
Man,
mom
I
used to
that.
use that thing all the time.
I love my salad shooter. So I used that today and I shredded up. I shredded me up about,
right there.
I would say probably about a cup and a half of carrots there that I'm going to add to my pea salad. So I've got that. And then I also boiled and peeled and chopped 3 eggs right there. So I'm going to add that. And then my final ingredient, well, my next to final ingredient, because this is a grandma recipe.
That's okay. Some grandma recipes are really good.
So I went out to the garden today and I picked some fresh tarragon because tarragon is wonderful with peas. It's got a fabulous flavor with peas. So I'm going to add probably about 2 teaspoons of fresh tarragon. You can use dried tarragon though if you want to. So, and then to that, I don't know, you can either use, some people like mayonnaise. Some people, that's what it looks like now before it's all mixed up. Some people like mayonnaise. Some people like salad dressing. I like both. It doesn't matter to me. So then I just scoop out enough mayonnaise out of the jar. And then I just stir all that together. I stir that real well and make sure that mayonnaise gets all over and all of these vegetables get mixed up together. I love a pea salad.
Oh yeah. I agree with you. I love a good pea salad. I love a good potato salad.
Oh yeah.
A good one. But it has to be a good one. I'm very particular when it comes to potato salad. No barking.
Speaking of potato salads, I used to, when I had the restaurant, I used to make what we called a Cajun potato salad. And what I did was I made the regular potato salad, but you know how you put regular mustard in it? I put stone ground mustard.
Oh, I love stone ground mustard.
Stone ground mustard, some Cajun seasoning instead of salt and pepper. I'd use the Cajun seasoning and I put shrimp in it. Chunks of shrimp in it.
That sounds good.
Yeah, so it was a Cajun potato salad. Boy, they used to come in and buy that when they.
Adrian, did you know? Fun food fact: that Hellmann's mayonnaise is best food. It is the exact same thing. It's just named different.
Okay, so after I stirred this all up, this is what it looks like. Can you see it?
That looks so good. That looks yummy.
Yeah, so that's my recipe tonight for the midnight snack. So, yum. Hellmann's mayo, yum.
I do a 50-50 split in my potato salad. I do half mayonnaise and half of Miracle Whip. And I hate Miracle Whip, but that's the only thing I use Miracle Whip in. It lends a different flavor to the potato salad.
Do you use green onions in your potato salad?
I do not use onions at all.
You don't?
No.
They call those Indian apples up here. Because we put onions in everything. There's a few members of my family, but I swear there's got to be desserts with onions in it because I swear they put onions in everything.
Yeah, I might add green onions to the top. Thank you, babe.
When you go to the store here, we pick up like a 10-pound bag of potatoes, but we pick up a 50-pound bag of onions because we use them in so many things.
I prefer Walla Walla sweet onions. And I don't know if you guys can even get them there or
The
not
the
because
Vidalias?
no, Walla Walla sweets.
Oh, I don't know if we can.
Because they generally don't ship out Walla Walla sweets because they don't ship very well.
Yeah. So when you watch cooking shows, who's your favorite cooking chef? Who's your favorite cooking chef to watch? Who do you like
Alton
to
Brown.
watch? Who?
Alton Brown.
I like
He does good eats. Hello, Sylvia.
hi Sylvia. Um I like to watch I have my new favorite cook that I love to watch who cracks me up. His name is Maple Cook.
Now, okay, you're talking YouTube. I would have to say Christine.
Christine,
Yeah.
that's on here?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. She has some great recipes. You should watch her. She's good.
Oh,
She's
I'm definitely
fantastic.
going to. I'm definitely going to go check that out. I would say who is my favorite cook to watch? You know, I really like that I like that show. What is that where they compete against each other?
Iron Chef.
Yes. Yes, I love watching that.
I do watch one of the judges from Iron Chef. His son has a yes, you, Christine. Um, but I watch one of his son has a show on here, and he constantly is handing his dad like Domino's or Taco Bell or something like that, and he's like, "Can you make a 5-star meal out of this?" or a Michelin star meal out of this? Because his dad is a Michelin star chef, but he's
Mhm.
also a judge on Iron Chef.
Yeah.
And
I'm
so I do watch that every once in a while, but I found him through TikTok, so I don't really count that as much. But I prefer watching Christine. She's real.
well, I'm definitely going to go check that out. I am. And I'll be watching her while I'm eating pea salad tonight.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Because I get hungry when I watch people
Right? I do
eat.
too.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you had to, like, say you had a special dinner coming up and you were going to have guests and you really wanted to impress them with your cuisine, what is your masterpiece dish that you would make? You too, guys. What is your masterpiece dish that you would make if you had company coming over, somebody really special that you wanted to impress them?
He would have left the room because see, I would just ask Andy what I would make because I don't know, honestly. I would ask him what should I make? Um, because I don't know. Here, I'll just text him and ask him.
I would have to say that Christine makes lasagna or chicken enchiladas.
Oh, see, I cheat when it comes to enchiladas. I make enchilada lasagna. It's layered and it's layered. It's just layered enchiladas because I hate rolling enchiladas. It takes so long, and to me, it's like a needless extra step.
I Carla said her favorite chef is Emeril Lagasse.
He
Bam,
is he
bam.
is fun to watch. I will
Yeah,
say
he
that. Yeah,
is.
he is fun to watch.
I have my actual favorite cooking appliance that I have is one of those Emeril Lagasse. It's that 360 air fryer oven deal.
See, my Instapot has the air fryer lid,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like it does all of it in one.
This thing, this thing's like an easy bake oven for adults. That
Uh huh.
Emeril Lagasse, it is. It's an easy bake oven for adults. It's got like 11 settings on it. I cook on with that all the time. I don't have an oven right now because my oven's broken. But you know what? I don't even miss it. I haven't even used that oven since Christmas time.
Oh wow.
So yeah, yeah. So Lorna's Asiago peppercorn, pork tenderloin, baked potatoes, and roasted Brussels sprouts.
That that sounds amazing. That sounds so good.
I should have brought a towel or some paper
Right?
towels, man. I'm gonna be drooling here pretty soon.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so good.
Yeah.
I just texted
Adrian,
Andy and asked him. So Andy
look,
makes the most amazing lasagna ever. So I'd probably just be like, let's make lasagna, babe.
now if I'm trying to impress somebody, and they come over and I'm making like a big fancy dinner, I would make either shrimp scampi, because I love shrimp scampi, or I make crawfish etouffee. Because
Oh, that sounds so good.
you could go over to Walmart. They sell peeled and crawfish tails.
Oh,
They're
they
all
don't here.
they don't in the
No.
seafood department. They've got the peeled crawfish tails, so I just get those, and then and it's really simple. You just chop up one part onions, regular onions, one part green peppers, and then half of that of green onions. Cook that together in butter, make like a little roux, put some Cajun seasoning in it, and slap your shrimp in there, and serve that over rice with French
What's your
bread.
favorite Cajun seasoning?
Zatarans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Zatarans is good. I do
Yeah,
like it.
yeah, I like Zatarans a lot.
I heard
So,
him in there. I don't know what to say about that. That's
oh,
what he said.
Adrian's allergic to seafood. You can do those same recipes with chicken though.
Yeah.
I'll substitute chicken sometimes for she made that for her mama for Mother's Day. What is it? Lorna made. Oh, that sounds so good, Lorna.
That
Okay.
does sound really good. I would have to say I would make, oh gosh, what would I make? Either chicken. I haven't made chicken parmesan in so long though, but I do
Mm,
make really good chicken parmesan. But
that sounds good.
probably stir fries are like my go-to for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I can make a pretty mean stir fry. Um, but I don't know. I do a lot of really good game meat because that's like our we go hunting and we process everything and that's just our life. We do all game meat. So I don't know. Oh, he said something. I must have triggered something. Oh, he says, I don't know. That's not helpful.
Now, when you use meats, what do you guys usually do? Do you use beef? Do you use chicken? Do you use pork? What is the most meat that you go to?
We eat a lot of chicken, um, mainly because red meat for us is exceedingly expensive because I have to go to the special butcher and buy it because of my health issues. So, um, so yeah, we eat a lot of chicken because I can get healthier chicken cheaper than I can red meat. Um, but when we have game, that would be our go-to as well. So,
Adrian
um,
wants to know spaghetti. What's our go-to sauces? What is your go-to sauce?
um, we do a base of Prego and we amp it up from there.
I like to use a vodka sauce.
I love a good vodka sauce.
I
I
do
do.
too. Like the Burrell. What's that? It starts with a B. What is that brand? I can't.
Barilla?
I think
No.
so.
Is it
No.
Barilla? I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, I really like that brand with their different sauces. I think that those are delicious. One of the things that I do with
Orion.
we're talking about the chicken enchiladas. One of the things that I like to do when I go, because I see the chicken enchiladas on there. You know how when you make a an enchilada casserole, you know
Yeah.
what I'm talking, and you use the corn. Well, I substitute or I substitute the corn tortillas for tortilla chips, and I just put tortilla chips in there. They're crunchy at first. They go soft, but that is what that's how they make the chilaquiles.
Uh huh.
Yeah, and so I just use, instead of bothering with the tortilla shells, I just use the tortilla chips, and that way then I make the chilaquiles, and that works really good too. Just make it like a lasagna, just like you would layer a lasagna and just put the chips in there, put your cheese and everything, and just make you a couple layers and put the chips in, and they get really nice and soft.
That would be good. Hi, Joe. How are you doing?
Hello.
Come here. Come here in a minute. Ryan.
So now, do you guys have a special sauce that you make for, whether it be for dipping chicken nuggets in, or dipping like whatever, whatever food that you've got? Like sometimes we like to make a special sauce. Do you have a special sauce you like to make, Jen?
No. I mean, like at most I'll make fry sauce for stuff like that. But no, I'm not a big we're not big sauce people. Um I will make au jus sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like we'll do French dips and I'll make fancy au jus.
Ooh.
But other than that, I
I've
don't.
got one you got to try. You got to try it sometime. If you ever get a chance, to try that, to make this, this is really good for dipping chicken. You can make different meats and dip it in. I call it Youper sauce. Now, I
Yeah.
go out and I tap the trees and I get the maple syrup, right? Well, you've heard of honey mustard. What about mixing the mustard with maple syrup? It is so
Oh.
It is so delicious. So we use that. We call it Youper sauce, and we'll mix the mustard, not even half and half. Just enough mustard. You don't have to put that much maple syrup in it, but you mix that up, and it gives that sweetness, and it's really good with dipping all kinds of meats in. Another thing I like to do, because we eat a lot of fish up here, and I used to live in Lake Pontchartrain, and I cooked a
The
lot of
8 Mile
Cajun.
Bridge.
Yeah, there's something about me living about around these big bridges. But what I
Right?
used I used to make, I'd take a mixture of cocktail sauce, the horseradish and the ketchup, and then tartar sauce. And you mix those together and it makes a remoulade sauce that is outstanding for dipping seafood in, like fried fish or shrimp, fried
Yeah, see, I
shrimp.
hate horseradish, so
Do ya?
oh yeah, I can't stand it.
Mark took me to a fancy restaurant one day, and I'd never had that sashimi tuna. I can't even pronounce it. That tuna that,
Sashimi
yeah, yeah. And so I looked at my plate and there was that green stuff. I'd never seen wasabi before up to
wasabi.
that point. And I said, "Oh, guacamole." And Mark had a mouthful of food. And I took a spoon and I just scooped it up and ate it in one bite. And I made
Oh,
my ears, my nose, my mouth,
do
my
you know
eyeballs.
how many people I have seen do that?
Well, I'm one of them. um, what dish do you make on a regular basis that you change up the ingredients to change that dish?
um,
Carla likes, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Carla
you're
said she
fine.
likes lemon and butter on her seafood.
See, I'm weird. I hate lemon on my seafood. I am so weird. I am so weird. I can't stand lemon on my seafood. I
Now,
like lemon on my chicken. Can't stand it on my seafood. Um, why are you whining? You can go see dad. Go see dad. All right, go see daddy. Um, probably I don't know, cause like I do my crack chicken the same. I do, and these are my go-to recipes. I do my probably my Mexican chicken, cause I'll make red Mexican chicken and I'll make green Mexican chicken, and I just kind of like whatever I've got, I do.
mhm.
So those are kind of my whatever I've got, I'll make. Or stew. Stew is definitely a what you got, you throw in the pot.
Yeah. Yeah,
So that's
I think my go-to change it up every week. My change it up. I'm a chicken salad change it up person, and I'll post a lot of them on my YouTube. Like if I make one next week, I'm going to make a Cajun chicken salad, but I'll do a chicken bacon ranch chicken salad, or I'll do a apple walnut chicken salad. I just always like throw different things in my chicken salad, just to go with, just to change it up, because I send Mark wraps to work for his job,
your
for his lunches.
salmon one that you made sounded amazing.
I do the same thing with salmon salads. I'll change it up. I'll just cook some salmon steaks up, and then chop them up and use fresh salmon and make a salad out of it. But you can make a salmon salad out of the canned salmon, and make yourself a salmon salad with that too, and turn it into a wrap and things like that. I like to do that too, but usually we have fresh around here. So
Yeah, see, I do that with tuna. I'll make different stuff instead of just your typical mayonnaise based tuna
mm-hmm,
salad.
mm-hmm,
I'll just mix it up, and I'll put like fresh tomatoes and fresh cucumbers and a little bit of salt and
mm,
pepper and maybe some nuts and seeds and stuff mixed in, and then I'll just let the tomatoes offer the moisture in it, depending if I have a really juicy tomato or not, and then maybe add just a touch of avocado oil or some olive oil to it, and then I'll
mm-hmm.
just leave it. So
Yeah, Adrian said hamburger helper her way. Sylvia did. Sylvia does hamburger helper. Hey, I love hamburger helper. I won't lie.
I sometimes I get a good hamburger helper once in a while, and that's like, you got to have it. Come here. Up.
I, you know
Come
what
say
I
hi to
do?
the people. Come on.
Since I can't eat a lot of beef, I can only eat organic beef. So what I do how I change that up and I make it taste like hamburger, I will use ground turkey, and
Mm-hmm.
put a beef bouillon cube in it to give it that
Yeah.
beef flavor. Yeah, so I'll add a beef bouillon cube to it, and then I make hamburger helper too. I like throw some onions. Well, I throw onions in everything. There's nothing I don't make, I think, except for cheesecake that doesn't have onions in it. And I could probably come up with a savory cheesecake for with onions in
Probably.
it.
I mean, it is cream cheese, so you could probably come up with a savory version of it. So
Adrian
Carla
said,
Helper, she makes Carla Helper. What's a baby? Come
yeah,
here. Come on,
Adrian
come
said
here.
that honey mustard's good, so that
Come here.
maple mustard must be real. It is very good. I would highly
Come here.
recommend trying
Up.
that. Even if you got like
You can do it.
I've even tried it with the like Aunt Jemima, or one of the flavored, like the honey or the maple syrup in the store. I've even used that, and it works out just fine with that. So if you got some maple syrup in your cabinet, mix up some mustard with it and try that out. It's really, really good.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
Okay, speaking of syrups, just for a second,
okay,
they make Captain Crunch pancake syrup now.
I need
Yeah,
that in my life.
they have two different flavors. No joke. No
Where did you
joke.
where did you see this at?
Walmart and not Instagram, influencer has a campaign going to get you to buy it, and you'll get money back for buying it. I was
I
like,
would
are you
buy it.
kidding me?
I
No
would
way.
try
It's
it.
high fructose corn syrup. I don't do high fructose corn syrup.
Here I am though. Here I am saying, yes, I'll try that. I just told myself today, after I ate a bag of Sour Patch Kids, that tomorrow was my diet.
See, even Arnie's seen it. Arnie said he's seen it too.
He saw it too.
Yep.
I do. I have to try a little bit of it. So,
Oh,
what is your favorite desserts to make? What is your favorite desserts to make? I'm like really curious. I want to know. I
I
want to
can't
know.
have it anymore because they use coconut oil in Cool Whip, but oh my god, it's so good.
Oh.
Um, it's really simple. You take canned pineapple tidbits, um, and then canned mandarin oranges. You mix them together, and then oh god, what was the rest of it? I forget now. Oh, um, cheesecake pudding, instant pudding mix. It's
Cheese.
horrible for you. It's
Ah.
horrible for you.
Oh, it
I mean,
sounds
it's
so
not.
good.
It's absolutely atrocious for you. You take a big box of the cheesecake pudding mix, and then a tub of Cool Whip, and you mix the whole thing together, and then you dip Nilla wafers in it.
Ooh.
It's so good.
Ooh. What is your
It's
favorite?
so good.
Oh, Adrian says that she makes the beef stroganoff different from the hamburger helper kind. I add extra sour cream to that.
I make
Um,
beef stroganoff from scratch with mushrooms um and cream of mushroom soup and tons of sour cream, and I use beef base, and it's like extra super beefy, and it has onions, and it's super good.
now,
Hot
Carla says,
Jello salad.
what is a red hot Jello salad?
Yeah, I'm curious.
I'm
Oh,
curious.
red hots. Oh, like red hot the candy.
Hi, Charmaine.
Hi, Charmaine.
Adrian said does. Layla says she does or is that Artie? The pistachio tort. Layla,
That's Artie. He makes
that's
a
Artie.
pistachio tart. That sounds
Um,
good.
oh, I appreciate you too, Charmaine. Thank you, honey.
Yes,
Um,
thank you.
um, Adrian said she used to bake from scratch on everything. There's only one thing now as far as a dessert that I bake from scratch. My go-to dessert that I make that I love to make, I have two of them. I have and I'll do it sometime. I've got one of those ice cream makers that you pop it in the freezer. You know what I'm talking about? And then so I make all kinds of homemade ice cream from scratch. All kinds of homemade ice cream. Last time it made blueberry cheesecake ice cream. That was
Uh-huh.
really good. That was really good. But my go-to dessert that I like to make homemade from scratch is all different kinds of cheesecakes, including, but these aren't desserts. I like to make savory cheesecakes too. So
That
I
would
like
be
to,
good.
they are really good. I love them. I
And
make a buffalo chicken cheesecake.
oh my gosh, that would be so good.
Yeah, maybe I'll have my emerald cooker down here and
There you go. That'd be good. Andy likes me to make my oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. But
mm,
I will make them with caramel chips instead of chocolate chips
ooh,
because he
that
likes
sounds good.
caramel.
So,
I also will make apple caramel snickerdoodles.
mm-hmm,
So
that sounds good.
yeah.
So, um, one more thing. What summertime meal do you look the most forward to? What summertime, when you know it's summertime, what is your most favorite meal? Let's see if we have a consensus here.
Oh, nobody will have a consensus with me because nobody has Heinz butcher. But it's their smoked tri-tip. They do it. They only do it in the summertime, and it's so good.
Ooh. Mine
Yeah.
is when I get that first fresh tomato out of the garden, I
Oh,
go
tomato sandwich.
bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwiches. I head over to the
Oh,
grocery
so
store and
good.
corn on the cob. That is
Yeah,
when
I
I
have to
know.
say, corn on the cob.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
That's my favorite meal in the summertime is definitely that.
Andy found this corn that I think I want to try and plant. I'm not going to try and plant it this year, obviously, because it's too late. But but I want to try and plant it next year, and it's an Indian corn, and it's this beautiful what did they call it? Indian gem, I think is what it's called. Corn, and it's this beautiful mosaic
Oh yeah.
corn, and it's gorgeous. I've seen mosaic corn before, but I have never seen anything as gorgeous as this. I mean, it looks like gemstones in your corn. It's
Oh, that's
beautiful.
yum. That sounds really good.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be really tasty.
Adrian says everybody had to make, let me see, angel food cake, the bottom of the pan, pistachio pudding next, and then Cool Whip. Oh man.
That sounds good.
Here, I got a blot.
Right? I know. I know. That sounds really good. My
Ribs.
mom makes pudding cake. Hi, T. Thank you for popping in. Um, my mom makes pudding cake, and she takes a regular cake mix, right? And she does this with pretty much any kind of cake. The lemon one is the best. But you take regular cake mix and you put it in the cake and you bake it. And then you take a wooden spoon and you poke holes in it fairly evenly spaced all the way through it and let it cool. And then you make cook and serve. And you can do it with instant, but the cook and serve is better.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The cook and serve Jello.
And you take the cook and serve pudding mix and then you pour that over the top and let it set. Hi, Candy. And that's how you make a pudding cake. And then you put whipped cream on the top, and it's so good.
You
Oh,
can
it's
do
so
that with
good.
those Jello cakes too. Remember, you used to get the white cake mix or the yellow cake mix, and you'd poke the holes in it. Then you'd pour Jello on it, and
Yep.
then you'd put Cool Whip over the top of it. Seems
Yep.
like nobody makes that anymore.
Oh, that's the only cake my mom makes because
I
like the whole
never
family
see
is
that.
obsessed with it. The
I'd
whole
be like,
family's like, you got to make a pudding cake.
remember the cake? I don't know if you girls remember, but there used to be where you'd take pie filling and you'd put it in the pan, and then you'd take a cake mix and you'd mix it with butter, and then you'd put that over the top of the cake mix, dry. You wouldn't put all the water in it and everything, and you'd put that in the oven and you'd bake it, and it would make like a cobbler.
No, now I have done a cake mix with a can of pineapple, the crushed pineapple.
Yeah.
And that's all you make. That's all you do. You take a can of crushed pineapple and a boxed cake mix, and you mix them together, and then you bake it just the normal recipe. You don't add an egg or oil or anything like that to it. And you want to talk about a good cake mix, a good cake? Oh, that is so good. It comes out so yummy. So yummy.
It sounds yummy. It sounds
But
yummy.
be forewarned, if you do that, make it in double the size of cake pan it says to make it in, and put a cookie sheet underneath it.
Now, Carla said she made a Mountain Dew cake for her son when he graduated high school. Now, that sounds really good.
I've seen those where you just take a can of soda and you mix it with the cake mix and make it just that way, and it's supposed to come out really good.
I've never heard of that. I will definitely have to try that. T said cream cheese, Cool Whip, crushed pineapple mixed together, put in a graham cracker crust.
That's like what Adrian says, and yeah.
Adrian, yeah.
That sounds really good.
That sounds like heaven. Yeah, that sounds really good. Oh man, I've got some good recipes tonight. I'm gonna have to write these down.
Right? I know. Yeah, those sound amazing. Sure.
And I've got some tater tots I just bought at the grocery store, and I'm definitely gonna have to. That's something I hadn't even thought about making in a long time, is a tater tot casserole. I
I
used
don't
to,
think Andy would eat it, but I would. I'll have to make myself a little one because I have the little tiny loaf pans. I
yeah.
could do a little mini casserole. Of course, I have mini casserole dishes. I could make myself a little one.
You know, that would be something if you could, you know, that you could make and get those little tins and make yourself some, like if you make a whole batch of it, put it in those little tins and then cover it and put them in the freezer. And that
Oh
way, when
yeah,
you, and then you can just pop it in the oven when you want some tater tot casserole.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Now, do
We've
you
been
have,
going for an hour. Did you want to stop?
we could go for a few more minutes and then I've got to
Okay.
get off here because I still have to do a video yet tonight.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm such a
I do too.
procrastinator.
You're
I
not the
am,
only one. I have a collab due in the morning.
yeah, me too. Same one.
No, I have a different one due in the morning.
Oh,
I
you
would,
do?
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I have a collab that I've got to do tonight. Artie says pineapple upside down cake, yellow cake
Yellow
mix.
cake mix.
Cherries in the mix. Oh, that sounds so good.
That sounds delicious.
You know, I found I'll bring a pineapple upside down cake to people and over to their house,
We
and
miss you too, Joe.
that's my go-to dessert. Like if I have to go to somebody's house for dinner, I usually try to bring a pineapple upside down cake. And my secret to my pineapple upside down cake is I cook it and it comes out, it's got the crispy edges, you know what I'm talking about? I cook my pineapple upside down cake in a cast iron skillet in the oven.
I have never in my life made a pineapple upside down cake.
Oh, it's easy. And they turn
That's
out
what
so
everybody
good.
says. That's what everybody says, and I've never ever made one before.
And it's so easy. I just put some brown sugar in the bottom of the pan, put some butter in there, melt it up, put my pineapple in there, slap my cake mix on the top, shove it in the oven, pull it out in 35 minutes, and it's done. Dump it out after about 10 minutes. And I've got pineapple upside down cake. They're like, oh, you make the best pineapple ups. It's that cast iron skillet. Because of the way it cooks those edges, it just really makes it like nice and crispy.
Hi Zach.
So
Arnie says the same thing that he does his in a cast iron as
yeah,
well.
yeah. So let me see
Oh,
here.
Sylvia says she craved it while she was pregnant with her daughter.
I
I love pineapple upside down cake. I have never ever made it though.
It's the easiest. It's just like a dump cake. It's so easy to make. For me, it's really easy to make. Sometimes I'll do like Artie and I'll put the cherries on, but most of the time I just do the pineapple. And it doesn't even matter if it's rings or crushed or chunks or what. I just throw it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zach's Crafts and More.
It
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah. Candy said she loves the crunchy sides too. I love the crunchy sides. I love it when it gets crunchy. Here's a
Isn't
tea,
that the best part to everything? Like that's the best part to lasagna.
the
That's the
crunchy
best part of,
sides.
a square pizza. I mean, it's all about the crunchy sides.
T says 3 cans of apple pie filling, 1 melted stick of butter, and 1 box. That's what I was talking about. She does that same that cake mix. That cake mix, like what do you call that? A cobbler. That's
Uh-huh.
exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, Sylvia says her daughter's favorite fruit is pineapple too. After she craved it.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and then Carla said she bakes her cornbread in the cast iron skillet. I do the same thing. Carla.
Yeah, cornbread is a must in a cast iron skillet. I have a little tiny cast iron skillet, which I do my cornbread in, but that's the only one I have. I need to get bigger ones because I didn't have cast iron because I have a blood disease and I make too many red blood cells. So
Mm-hmm.
having too much iron in my body is a bad thing.
And
So I never
you do get iron from that.
right, and so we've never had cast iron in the house and I need to just get some because I want to cook my steaks in cast iron. That's the best way to cook your steaks. And I'm like, I need to get a cast iron skillet. Everybody's like, you can bake in it. I'm just like, "Ugh."
Mm.
I need to just
Oh,
bake. I need to just get some.
I'm actually going to be doing a wood wall with old time nails sticking out, so I can hang all my cast iron skillets on it because I've collected them for years. I've got all different sizes of cast iron skillets.
My
I
aunt
see.
and uncle did that behind their wood stove.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do that in my kitchen. I'm going to do that in my kitchen. Zach's Craft said that he's never had cornbread.
Oh my gosh, Zach. It's so good. Even if you just go and get a mix from the store, it's still good.
Oh, sounds like somebody's sending love to whoever, love and prayers to whoever's ill and
Lorna's
whoever
mom
needs that.
has Lorna's mom has been struggling with a lot of health problems for the last
Mm,
several months, last year or
yeah.
more. And so, yeah.
Well, well, definitely add her when I burn some sage. I'll definitely add her to my list of
Yes,
sending.
warm butter, milk, cornbread with sweet. Oh, yes, it's so good. Yes, Candy, you're so right.
You know what
So
we
right.
do? We'll take cornbread and we'll put, well, here we go again with the maple syrup. But we put maple syrup on top of cornbread and like make a cheapo cake. So that's what we'll do for a dessert up here was we'll make a cornbread in the cast iron skillet and then we'll just put some maple syrup on it.
Oh, yeah, you can sprinkle a little sugar on it. That's what Andy does with a little butter. It's so
Mm-hmm.
good.
Sylvia said she brought a cast iron Dutch oven skillet with the cover. They're amazing. You can bake stuff. I love to put like all my just dump a whole bunch of ingredients and then just throw it in the oven and bake it
You
like
have
that.
to, the trick with cast iron though is you have to get it good and seasoned properly.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, it's a
Oh yeah.
nightmare.
I'll take mine. I take mine
No,
when
you
I get
don't
it.
need to go out there and bark. That's what you want to do.
I take my cast iron skillets when I first get them, and I'll put them. I'll put lard on the inside of them and stick them right like when I build a fire outside in the fire ring. I'll put that right in the middle of the fire ring and let that burn right onto it, and that really seasons my cast iron up really really quick.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep,
they
it's
are.
so good.
Oh, Zach,
Yep.
you're Canadian. I live right on the border of Ontario. I'm right there by Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. I'm in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. And so, yeah, I tap the maple trees and make my own maple syrup. I took everybody on the maple syrup adventure with me this year. That was fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
you had your allergic reaction to your birch stuff.
to the birch, yeah, I haven't had any more problems since the
That's
syrup or since
crazy.
the season's been. They said that birch is related to sumac. I didn't know that, so now I've got an EpiPen and I have to just be careful. So when I went out there and I had gloves, I wore a mask and gloves when I was messing with the birch trees. After then, I didn't have any problems after that.
That still
So
sucks. That's
it,
just a
it really
bummer.
sucks. It's something I love doing. Yeah,
Hi. I know you're begging. You want to go outside so bad. I
yeah.
wish you
Cast
guys
iron.
could see his face. He's so pitiful.
Yeah, cast iron cookware comes in handy in the case of because you can cook anywhere with a cast iron skillet. You know, you can cook right over a fire. You can't do that with your Wolfgang Puck pans.
No, no, you can't. Yep. No non-stick. Yeah, you can't throw that in the fire or in the oven and hey,
Yeah.
you're just
So
so pitiful.
so this was fun tonight. Is your supper done?
It is well, yeah, it's releasing right
It's
now. So
releasing.
yeah, it's
So
just about done.
well, I had fun tonight. This was fun cooking and I'll show you one more time.
I know
My
your salad looks so good.
tarragon pea salad. So
Yep,
while
and
I'm
I made
watching,
barbecue chicken. I'll make sure to put it in the recipe into the description box.
uh-huh. And then I'll just write in the comments. I'll write my recipe for my pea salad so that that's in there too.
Yeah, and I'll pin it. Make sure
Oh,
it's at the top.
okay.
And Connie's channel is always linked in the description box of our lives. So
Sylvia said she remembers one winter when the electricity was out. She cooked on the fireplace with cast iron. I did that on the wood stove. We lost, not this year, but last year. We had an ice storm, and luckily I have a house that's got 12-inch thick walls. My walls are 12 inches thick, and I have a wood stove down here. So because it's so insulated and the walls are so thick, I can heat the whole house with the wood stove down here. So, but when that was going, I did that. We had our electricity was out for a week because it knocked all the trees. The ice knocked all the power lines down around us. It was crazy. And so I cooked on my wood stove for a week with the cast iron skillets.
Yep. Yeah, we've cooked several times. Growing up, we have had to cook on the wood stove several times because of ice storms and stuff like that. Because we got ice storms like crazy over here.
Well, I sure enjoyed tonight. You enjoy your dinner, and everybody.
I'm excited to have it. I'm hungry.
Everybody, thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll be back next Friday. We'll have some other topic. We're not sure yet what we're going to talk about, but I'm looking forward to seeing everybody next Friday. And then don't forget to come and play bingo with us on Thursdays.
Yep.
Thursday.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
It was fun. Last night was a blast.
Yeah, we had our first Carla said she subbed to you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Carla.
I am one sub away from 200.
I know, I saw that. Earlier I saw you were 2 away. I was like, are you kidding me?
I'm so excited. Yeah, I just started my channel on February 13th, and I didn't have one sub, and so I've made so many friends and got so many buddies that I like to take on my adventures with me, and that I never dreamed that I'd have almost 200 subscribers. That's wonderful. I'm really happy about that.
Next thing you know, you'll have 1,000 and you'll be past me. Everybody passes me. Everybody goes past me.
Well,
it's okay.
You enjoy your dinner, and everybody have a wonderful weekend.
Yes, everybody have a great weekend, and we will see you guys. Oh, and happy Father's Day to everybody for Sunday. So when you wake up, yes, Julie. Yes, when she wakes up, she'll be over 200. That's what I'm saying.
Be awesome.
Over 200.
Yeah. I'll have to have a powwow.
There you go. We'll have a powwow.
Yeah. So
there you go.
All right. So let's go ahead and we'll see everybody next week. And I sure enjoyed this.
Yes, me too. Have a great night and a great weekend, everybody, and happy Father's Day. And we will see you guys all next week.
Yep. Everybody, peace out.
See you later.
Bye.
Oh, Arnie said he's 200.
Oh, no. Thank you, Arnie. I'm going to eat some pea salad to celebrate. Thank you.
Right? See, there you go. Yay.
Thank you, Arnie. That's awesome.